Have you ever wondered if love feels different after 60? Meet Margaret, who at 65 thought romance was behind her until Thomas, a gentle-spoken retired professor, walked into her life. Like many seniors rediscovering love, she noticed something profound. It wasn't about grand gestures or passionate declarations, but rather the quiet, meaningful actions that spoke volumes about his heart. As a relationship counselor with 30 years of experience working with seniors, I've discovered that men express true love differently in their golden years. These expressions are often subtle, yet deeply meaningful, shaped by wisdom and life experience. Today, I'll share 12 remarkable signs that show when a mature man truly loves a woman. Signs that many might miss, but carry profound significance for relationships after 60. Before we dive in, I'd love to know which city you're watching from. Drop it in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more wisdom about love in our golden years. Now, let's explore the most powerful sign that reveals a man's genuine love after 60. One that might surprise you. 1. He creates emotional safety. When it comes to love after 60, emotional safety takes on a whole new meaning. It's not just about having someone to talk to. It's about finding a partner who understands the unique vulnerabilities that come with our golden years. Take Robert and Sarah, both in their late 60s, whose story beautifully illustrates what emotional safety looks like in mature love. Sarah had always been independent, but after a recent health scare, she found herself battling anxiety about the future. What made Robert's love extraordinary wasn't grand gestures or empty reassurances. Instead, it was how he created a space where Sarah could share her deepest fears without judgment. "He doesn't try to fix everything," Sarah shared with me, her eyes bright with emotion. "He just listens, holds my hand, and reminds me we're in this together." This is what true emotional safety looks like after 60. It's when a man understands that at this stage of life, love isn't about solving all problems. It's about facing them together. Robert demonstrates this through simple but powerful actions. Sitting quietly with Sarah during sleepless nights, accompanying her to doctor's appointments, not just as a driver, but as a supportive presence. And most importantly, showing her that her concerns matter to him. Many of you watching might recognize this in your own relationships, or perhaps yearn for this kind of understanding. The beauty of emotional safety at our age is that it's built on decades of life experience. A man who truly loves you will use this wisdom to create a connection where you feel completely accepted, fears and all. Have you experienced this kind of emotional safety in your relationship? That feeling where you can share anything, health worries, future concerns, or even simple daily anxieties, knowing you'll be met with understanding rather than dismissal? This is one of the most precious gifts mature love can offer. Remember, emotional safety isn't just about the big moments. It's in the daily actions that show you're truly heard and valued. It's when he remembers to check how you're feeling after a doctor's visit, or gently encourages you to talk when he notices you're quiet. These seemingly small gestures reveal the depth of his love and commitment to your emotional well-being. In our next section, we'll explore another powerful sign of true love after 60 that often goes unnoticed. But first, share in the comments if you've experienced this kind of emotional safety in your relationship. Your story might help others recognize this precious form of love in their own lives. 2. He values your independence. After decades of building our own lives, independence becomes even more precious as we age. When a man truly loves a woman in her golden years, he doesn't try to clip her wings. Instead, he celebrates her autonomy while providing loving support. This delicate balance is one of the most beautiful aspects of mature love. Consider Bill and Mary's story, which perfectly illustrates this point. At 72, Bill could have easily fallen into the trap of overprotectiveness when Mary, 67, decided to volunteer at their local hospital 3 days a week. Instead, his response revealed the depth of his love. "I worry about her getting tired," Bill confided, "but seeing her eyes light up when she talks about helping others, that's the woman I fell in love with." This is what true love looks like after 60. It's not about controlling or limiting each other out of fear or concern. Rather, it's about supporting each other's independence while staying connected. Bill shows his love by having lunch ready on Mary's volunteer days, but never making her feel guilty when she stays late at the hospital. He listens attentively to her stories about her work, but doesn't try to direct her decisions. For those of us in our 60s and beyond, finding a partner who respects our independence is crucial. True love at this age understands that we've spent a lifetime developing our interests, friendships, and routines. A man who genuinely loves you will encourage you to maintain these parts of your life, even as you build a life together. Think about your own relationship. Does your partner support your independence while showing they care? Do they encourage you to pursue your interests while ensuring you know they're there if you need them? These are the subtle but powerful ways mature love expresses itself. The most beautiful part? When a man values your independence, it often leads to a stronger, more trusting relationship. You're together not out of necessity or habit, but because you choose each other every day while maintaining your individual identities. In our next section, we'll explore another touching sign of true love that becomes especially meaningful after 60. But first, I'd love to hear your thoughts. How does your partner show they value your independence? Share your experience in the comments below. 3. He shows age-appropriate affection. Love's physical expression changes beautifully as we age, becoming more tender and meaningful in our golden years. When a man truly loves a woman after 60, his affection isn't about grand, passionate displays. It's about gentle, thoughtful touches that speak directly to the heart. David and Linda's story perfectly captures this evolution of love's physical language. At 75 and 70, they've discovered that true affection isn't about recreating the passion of youth, but finding new, more tender ways to express their love. "It's in the small things," Linda shares with a warm smile. "The way David gently squeezes my hand during our morning walk, how he kisses my forehead before bed, or simply sits close enough that our shoulders touch while we read. This is what genuine physical affection looks like in mature love. It's not about meeting society's expectations or trying to replicate younger couples' behavior. Instead, it's about finding comfortable, meaningful ways to stay physically connected despite the changes that come with aging. David's love shows in how he's attuned to Linda's arthritis, always offering his arm for support, but doing it so naturally that it feels like a gesture of affection rather than assistance. True love at our age understands that physical affection needs to adapt to our changing bodies. A man who genuinely loves you will find ways to show physical affection that make you feel both comfortable and cherished. Sometimes it's a gentle back rub when you're stiff from gardening, or the way he pulls you close during your favorite TV show. The beauty of physical affection after 60 lies in its intentionality. Each touch carries meaning, not out of obligation, but from a deep desire to connect. Whether it's holding hands during a doctor's appointment or sharing a gentle embrace after dinner, these moments of physical connection become more precious with age. Have you noticed how physical affection has evolved in your relationship over the years? How does your partner show their love through gentle touch? Share your experiences in the comments. Your story might help others recognize these precious expressions of love in their own relationships. Next, we'll explore another important sign that reveals true love in our mature years. But remember, genuine physical affection should always make you feel respected, comfortable, and deeply cared for. 4. He makes health a priority. After 60, love takes on a deeper dimension where caring for each other's health becomes a profound expression of devotion. When a man truly loves a woman at this stage of life, he shows it through his attentive concern for her well-being, not in a controlling way, but with genuine care that comes from wanting to share many more healthy years together. James and Patricia's story beautifully illustrates this kind of loving support. At 69, James doesn't just remind Patricia, 66, about her medical appointments. He creates a warm, supportive environment around her health journey. "He makes my daily walk feel like a date," Patricia shares with a gentle laugh. "He packs water, finds scenic routes, and makes it something I look forward to rather than a chore. When I was diagnosed with diabetes last year, he learned everything about it and changed his own diet to match mine. Not because he had to, but because he wanted me to feel supported." This is what true love looks like in our golden years. It's about being present during doctor visits, not just as a driver, but as an engaged partner who takes notes and asks thoughtful questions. It's about celebrating small health victories together and facing challenges as a team. A man who genuinely loves you will notice subtle changes in your health that you might miss, gently encouraging you to take care of yourself without becoming overbearing. The beauty of this kind of care lies in its balance. He shows concern without causing anxiety, offers support without diminishing independence, and shares in your health journey while respecting your autonomy in making decisions. Whether it's preparing nutritious meals together, remembering to refill prescriptions, or simply creating a stress-free environment at home, these actions speak volumes about his commitment to your well-being. Have you experienced this kind of loving health support in your relationship? How does your partner show they care about your well-being? Share your stories in the comments below. Your experience might help others recognize this important aspect of mature love. Next, we'll explore another meaningful sign of true love after 60. But remember, genuine health concern should always feel like a partnership, never a dictatorship. It's about walking the health journey together, supporting each other every step of the way. 5. He includes you in future plans. When a man truly loves a woman in his golden years, he doesn't just think about tomorrow. He envisions and plans a shared future together. At our age, making future plans takes on special significance. It's not just about next week's dinner plans. It's about creating a meaningful life together for the years ahead. Tom and Helen's story perfectly captures this beautiful aspect of mature love. At 73, Tom could have easily settled into a comfortable routine, but his love for Helen, 70, shows in how he weaves her into every aspect of his future. "We were discussing his retirement home in Florida," Helen shares warmly, and he kept saying, "our home." He wasn't just planning for himself, he was creating a vision for us both. Every decision, from the single-story layout to the small garden space, reflected his consideration of our shared needs and dreams. This is what genuine love looks like after 60. It's about more than just including someone in your plans. It's about building a future together that honors both partners' hopes and concerns. Whether it's discussing retirement communities, planning trips to visit grandchildren, or simply talking about next season's garden, a man who truly loves you will naturally speak in terms of we and our rather than I and my. The beauty of future planning at our age lies in its practicality mixed with romance. It shows in the way he discusses financial planning with transparency, considers both families in holiday arrangements, and thinks about healthcare decisions as a team. These aren't always easy conversations, but when love is genuine, he approaches them with sensitivity and care. Have you noticed how your partner includes you in his future plans? Does he naturally consider your perspective when making long-term decisions? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your insights might help others recognize this important sign of true love in their own relationships. Remember, genuine inclusion in future plans isn't about control or obligation. It's about a natural desire to share life's journey together, even if that journey looks different than it did in our younger years. Next, we'll explore another touching sign that reveals true love after 60. But first, take a moment to reflect on how future planning shows up in your own relationship. 6. He respects your past. After 60, we all carry rich tapestries of memories, relationships, and experiences that have shaped who we are. When a man truly loves a woman at this stage of life, he understands that her past isn't just history. It's part of her identity. This respect for what came before shows a depth of love that's uniquely beautiful in mature relationships. Jack and Carol's story touchingly illustrates this truth. At 77, Jack doesn't just tolerate Carol's stories about her late husband of 40 years. He actively encourages her to share them. He keeps a photo of Tom, my late husband, on our family wall, Carol shares with tears of gratitude. He says Tom helped make me the woman he loves today, and that's something to honor, not hide away. This is what genuine love looks like in our golden years. It's about understanding that new love doesn't require erasing precious memories. Whether it's respecting family traditions from your previous marriage, understanding your close bonds with stepchildren, or appreciating stories from your younger years, a man who truly loves you will embrace your history as part of who you are. Have you experienced this kind of respect for your past? Share your story in the comments below. Your experience might help others recognize this precious form of love. Next, we'll explore another important sign of true love after 60. But remember, genuine respect for your history is a beautiful indicator of authentic love. 7. He shows financial transparency. Love after 60 isn't just about companionship. It's also about trust, and few things test trust more than finances. At this stage of life, financial stability is more than just a practical concern. It's a reflection of security, respect, and long-term commitment. A man who truly loves you won't keep financial matters a mystery. He'll be open, honest, and willing to plan a future together with transparency. Richard and Nancy's story is a perfect example. When they met at 68 and 65, both had lived independent lives, managing their own finances for decades. Nancy had seen friends struggle in relationships where financial secrecy caused tension, so she was hesitant when Richard first suggested merging parts of their financial planning. But instead of pressuring her, Richard invited open discussions, sharing his retirement plans, savings goals, and even concerns about unexpected medical costs. I wanted Nancy to know she was part of my future, not just in love, but in every aspect of life, Richard says. Financial honesty in a mature relationship isn't just about sharing bank statements, it's about creating peace of mind. Whether it's discussing wills, investments, or even everyday expenses, a man who truly loves you will ensure that you feel secure, never uncertain. He won't make financial decisions that affect both of you without your knowledge, and he won't avoid difficult conversations about money out of pride or discomfort. As we age, financial transparency becomes even more crucial. Medical expenses, retirement funds, and estate planning are all realities that couples must navigate together. A man who includes you in these conversations isn't just being responsible. He's showing that he values your place in his life. If he talks openly about financial matters, listens to your concerns, and makes sure you both have a clear understanding of shared and personal finances, it's a true sign of respect and devotion. Have you experienced financial openness in your relationship? Or have you faced financial secrecy that created uncertainty? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your wisdom could help others navigating love and finances in their golden years. 8. He adapts to your pace. Love after 60 isn't about rushing. It's about moving together in harmony, respecting each other's rhythms, and adjusting to life's natural changes. A man who truly loves you won't insist on keeping the same pace he had decades ago. Instead, he'll recognize that real love means adapting, accommodating, and walking beside you, physically, emotionally, and in life. Michael, at 71, had always been an active man. He loved long hikes, morning bike rides, and weekend road trips. When he met Susan, 68, he quickly realized that while she loved adventure too, her energy levels and health needs were different. Instead of feeling frustrated or pushing her to keep up, Michael adjusted. Their hikes became scenic strolls through the park. Instead of long road trips, they planned shorter getaways with plenty of rest stops. "I realized that love isn't about making her match my speed," Michael shares. "It's about finding a pace where we can enjoy the journey together." This kind of adaptation is one of the strongest signs of love in later years. It's not just about physical adjustments, it's emotional too. A man who loves you will listen when you need more rest, slow down conversations when he senses you need time to process, and never make you feel like a burden if your energy doesn't match his. True love understands that aging brings change, but instead of seeing it as a limitation, he embraces it as part of the shared experience. If a man consistently meets you where you are, whether it's adjusting to your daily routines, your comfort levels in social settings, or even your emotional needs, he's showing real love. He doesn't just tolerate your pace, he honors it because your well-being matters to him more than any schedule or expectation. Have you experienced this kind of patience in your relationship? How has your partner adjusted to your pace in life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights might help others recognize this quiet but powerful sign of love after 60. 9. He makes time. Despite challenges, as we grow older, life brings new challenges, aches and pains, health concerns, family obligations. But true love finds a way to endure. A man who genuinely loves you won't let the difficulties of aging become an excuse to drift apart. Instead, he will show his devotion by making time for you, even when life isn't easy. George, 74, and Betty, 70, had been together for 5 years when Betty underwent surgery for a knee replacement. Recovery was slow, and she often felt frustrated by her limited mobility. Yet, through it all, George never wavered. He didn't just call to check in, he showed up. Every morning, he arrived at her house with fresh coffee, helped her with small tasks, and simply sat with her when she felt discouraged. He didn't try to fix everything, Betty recalls, but he made sure I never felt alone. This is the essence of love after 60, choosing to be present no matter the obstacles. It's easy to spend time together when life is smooth, but when challenges arise, real love is tested. A man who truly cares won't let health setbacks, distance, or other commitments keep him from showing up for you. He understands that love isn't about convenience, it's about commitment. If your partner prioritizes you, even when life gets difficult, whether it's staying by your side during an illness, making time despite busy family responsibilities, or adjusting plans to accommodate your needs, you are witnessing a love that is deep, real, and enduring. Have you experienced this kind of unwavering support in your relationship? How has your partner shown up for you in difficult times? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone who needs to be reminded that true love stands strong, even through life's challenges. 10. He maintains family connections. Love after 60 isn't just about two people. It often means blending lives, histories, and families. A man who truly loves you won't just care about your heart. He'll also respect and embrace the people you love. Whether it's children from a previous marriage, grandchildren, or lifelong friends who feel like family, he understands that these relationships are part of who you are. Steve, 69, never had children of his own, but when he met Jane, 67, he knew how important her grandchildren were to her. Instead of staying on the sidelines, he made an effort to be present. He attended their birthday parties, learned their favorite games, and even sat through endless stories about their school projects. "I don't have to be their grandfather," Steve says, "but I can be someone they trust and enjoy having around, because loving Jane means caring about the people she holds dear." This is what real love looks like in later years. It expands rather than isolates. A man who truly loves you will show interest in your family, not out of obligation, but because he knows their happiness matters to you. He won't shy away from family gatherings, nor will he make you choose between love and family. Instead, he'll find ways to fit into your world while respecting the bonds that came before him. If your partner actively engages with your loved ones, whether it's remembering important dates, showing kindness to your children, or making an effort to connect with those closest to you, it's a sign of genuine, lasting love. Have you experienced this in your relationship? How has your partner embraced your family? Share your story in the comments. Your experience might help others recognize the beauty of love that welcomes rather than divides. 11. He creates new traditions. Love after 60 isn't just about reminiscing on the past. It's about building new moments to cherish. A man who truly loves you will want to create new traditions, no matter how simple, because he sees your future together as something meaningful. These traditions don't have to be extravagant. What matters is the intention behind them, the quiet commitment to making shared experiences a priority. Alan, 72, and Dorothy, 68, found love later in life, each bringing decades of memories from previous marriages. Instead of dwelling on the past, they decided to create something uniquely theirs. Every Sunday morning, rain or shine, they take a slow walk to their favorite cafe, order the same 2 cups of coffee, and sit by the window watching the world go by. It's our little ritual, Dorothy smiles. No matter what's going on in life, we always have our Sundays together. Creating new traditions isn't just about routine, it's about reinforcing love in ways that feel natural and comforting. Whether it's an evening tea ritual, a shared hobby, or a simple promise to dance in the living room once a week, these moments become anchors in a relationship. If your partner suggests new activities to enjoy together, makes an effort to establish meaningful routines, or finds ways to celebrate the everyday moments, it's a sign of genuine investment in your future. Have you and your partner created any special traditions? Share in the comments. Your ideas might inspire others to find joy in new shared experiences. 12. He shows consistent care. Love after 60 isn't about grand romantic gestures. It's about the small, everyday acts of care that stand the test of time. A man who truly loves you won't just say the right words. He'll show his love through quiet, consistent actions that make life easier, warmer, and more joyful. Real love is felt in the little things, the routines, and the unwavering presence of someone who truly cares. Peter, 76, and Martha, 73, have been together for nearly a decade, and their love isn't measured in flowers or fancy dinners. Instead, it's in the way Peter always makes Martha's morning tea just the way she likes it, or how he instinctively grabs her hand when they cross the street. It's in the way he reminds her to take her medication, warms up her side of the bed in winter, and never forgets to say, "Sleep well, my love." It's not about big moments, Martha says. It's about knowing every single day that he's there. Consistency is the foundation of trust in any relationship, but in our later years, it becomes even more precious. A man who truly loves you won't just be present when things are easy. He'll be reliable through life's ups and downs. His love will show in his dependability, his attentiveness, and the comfort of knowing that, no matter what, he'll be there. Have you experienced love that shows up in the small, everyday moments? What's one consistent act of care your partner does for you? Share in the comments. Your story might remind someone of the beauty of quiet, unwavering love. Love after 60 isn't about dramatic declarations or fleeting passion. It's about quiet devotion, deep understanding, and the small yet powerful ways a man shows he truly cares. These 12 signs reveal the depth of love in mature relationships, built on wisdom, patience, and shared experiences. Finding love later in life can be even more meaningful, as it comes with the clarity of knowing what truly matters. If you recognize these signs in your relationship, cherish them. And if you're still searching, trust that love is always possible at any age. Share your experiences in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more relationship wisdom.